Voters in the city of LA will cast a ballot on a $1 billion bond measure to build housing for the homeless.
Yeah, but what about the money that's already being spent? CBS 2 investigative reporter David Goldstein is following the money. He's here with what he found.
Well, Pat and Paul, we found some questionable spending. Now, I've found a party, executive food, expensive furniture, all this in a public agency that administers money for the homeless, tens of thousands of dollars that could have helped people on the streets. Jeff Dietrich and his kitchen crew prepare about 1,000 meals a day at this soup kitchen in Skid Row, feeding the homeless with money collected from small donations. Is it tough to get funding? Tough to get money? Well, of course. But we found tens of thousands of dollars that could have gone to the homeless, spent on food for executives, plus furniture, gift cards, and a $3,300 holiday party.
$3,300 on a holiday party for their employees. What could you do with $3,300?
Well, that would be our food budget for the month.
The LA Homeless Services Authority, or LAHSA, is a public agency which coordinates federal and local money to help the poorest of the poor in town. But our investigation found the authority is also helping itself to plenty of perks. We obtained their credit card statements and uncovered thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on staff breakfasts and lunches, executive catering, a fruit tray and breakfast basket from the corner bakery, premium sandwiches, gourmet salads, more than $5,600 spent on food from January 2015 through July of this year. The meals themselves weren't extravagant, but this is a public agency funded with public money to help people starving on the streets who would love any one of these meals we found charged to executives.
There's absolutely no excuse for this. Absolutely no excuse for this.
Jay Handel is chairman of the West Side Neighborhood Council and a homeless advocate.
This is not what we should be spending our money on, especially when people are living in boxes.
We also found money spent on expensive office furniture. These corner chairs, a mango antique brass table, and this entryway bench, the total more than $1,600. Plus 41 pairs of hiking boots for staff who work on the streets. Not just any boot, high-end Vask Performance hiking boots, some costing as much as $165 a pair. It came to more than $5,500. The agency also used taxpayer money on tap cards for employees, paying for their public transportation to and from work, almost $79,000 worth. And of course, that holiday party at a downtown restaurant. The staff got to choose from 2 salads, 3 main courses, and a dessert, costing more than $3,300, but that wasn't enough. They also bought Target gift cards for the staff, listed as an annual reward, 170 $25 cards that came to more than $4,200.
It could have been better spent with gift cards to the homeless so they could go in and get a hot meal.
The total of all these items, almost $100,000. Is that money well spent for an agency that's supposed to deal with the homeless? Peter Lynn is executive director of LAHSA. He defends the spending, saying some of the food is catered during training meetings that run through lunch. The holiday party, he said, is for employee morale. The boots, some $165, others $149, he says are reasonably priced.
$149 is not that expensive for a pair of boots for staff who are going to be using a pretty hard wear.
And after a fire in their high-rise last year, employees, he said, worked long hours without pay, and the gift cards were a reward. You think the money is better spent on your employees than the money going to a homeless shelter?
Dave, both of these things are important. It's not an either or, it's an and. I think it's really appropriate for them to feel appreciated.
And they wouldn't feel appreciated without a holiday party?
Well, I think they would.
But he said the money was well spent on his employees. We did find charges for items that documents say went to the homeless, like bottles of water. And the agency does administer millions of taxpayer dollars to organizations that provide food and shelter. But advocates say every little bit helps, and even a $25 gift card would make a world of difference to someone on the streets.
Oh my God, my people would go crazy. They'd just get a gift card from McDonald's and they would be delighted.
Now, the agency isn't breaking any rules as best as we can tell. They maintain those gift cards are a one-time event But they say the holiday party has been a yearly tradition that as of now is still scheduled.